wanted to go ahead and go over the underworld. So the underworld is one of the areas within the game that you push through a sequence of events, and it's actually a pretty good place to go ahead and get resources for crafting as well as resources for gear. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk us through it. So this is the underworld. Some of the things that you can get are gonna be fine mage stones. These are lions. These are the main currency for like paid things. You get legendary gear fragments, you get the gear itself, and then you get magic powder, which magic powder every 100 turns into an alchemy enchantment additive. So we'll go ahead and run through the underworld real fast. So what we do is we go in here. Usually the underworld, it's part of a daily. It's spend 50 torches. I've already done it for the most part. I do see my team here, and that's not the team that I really want. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go back and change my polymorph. Polymorph will be coming later, but essentially your main hero in the game can be changed into other characters. And there's certain characters that I like to use in certain spots. And as for this one, where is she at? Astri. I like to use Astri. Astri is a very useful character throughout the whole game. She does very well. And she's a very easy, free to get character. Did I really just messed it up? I'm already in the underworld. I messed it up. I went in before I changed my stuff, so guess what? I'm stuck with it. Pretty nice and easy off the bat here. What we've got is the crow, and the crow is a buff station. There's usually one per each time. I usually go for the extra 5% drops. As you can see, it took 10 of my torches. You want to be careful in here on not to just try to run through it and use all your torches up. This is going to be a gold mine, and in a gold mine, you're going to go ahead and you're going to get gold lions, which remember is that main currency for like paid items. The thing about this game is it's very easy to be free to play. That's what I'll give this thing. So this is a normal monster. You see, I could say, hey, I can fight it for 5 torches, or I can try to ambush it and automatically kill it for 10. I go for the 5 because I like to get the most rewards out of the underworld as I can, because you only get a certain amount of attempts. This is my team. I'll just let them run through it. I'm using an Alistaine. Alistaine is going to be the bard looking guy. And he has some very good kickers. He is a speed buffer. Turn gauge. So his A2 spell increases turn gauge by 20%. His A3 is going to increase turn gauges by 40%. And an additional kicker is if that 40% completes a character's turn gauge, if it fills it up, then he gets to go again. Alright, this is going to be a blue mine. I usually try not to get these too much. I try not to, because you're going to have extra. All it's going to do is going to give you those extra materials for alchemy. It's going to give you a few here and there. Remember, you need 100 pieces to get 1 piece of alchemy enchanting equipment. So as you can see, there's going to be another blue one, which I'm going to go right by that. I'm going to show you what that is in just a second. That little rock looking thing, it is a rock. Perfect. I got to go to it right now. So these right here, they're rocks. You have to use torches for a chance to roll the dice to break it. As you can see, main class fighter gives you an automatic 5+. I don't have the fighter equipped right now, so I need to roll a 7, which I did, which breaks through. So now I can go up and past it, and this is going to be your market. each underworld has a market. I definitely would say, hey, go ahead and come through here. Sometimes you'll have some ingredients such as sulfuric crystals or something like that is used for alchemy. I usually don't buy that. You can see that's 2,000 lines. It's just not worth it to me. I'm going to keep progressing through. This object right here is a portal. I never use the portal because I just clear everything anyways. I'm just going to go ahead and clear. I'm going to let these guys auto right through for us. There's Alistair. Tamuz is my main damage dealer. He's going to be the guy in the back right. He has 3 skills. His first normal attack is just a normal attack. His A2 takes 14% of all HP on the field. And then he deals that as damage up to a maximum of 100% of his attack. The crazy thing about that ability is even though it's based on HP percentage, here I'll actually show it, it can actually critically hit. So I'm just going to run through this. So this is going to be the A2, absorbs 15% of max pay from all other units on the field, and reduces own skill cooldowns by 2. Max absorb cannot exceed 200% of Timuz's attack, so I can't absorb more than 200% of my attack. I'm going to go ahead and do A3 first because that's usually easier. We'll talk about Drogon in a bit. Drogon is a beast. Alright, so you see how this is a big red one. This is going to be considered an elite enemy. I'll run through everybody's skills real fast here. Alright, so this is Alicia. Alright, so as you can see how I was talking about, removes 3 buffs from all allies and increases their turn gauge by 50%. While in performance mode, if it fills an ally's turn gauge, he will act immediately. His A2 is the Joy's Aria. It puts him into performance mode. Wound is something you don't have to worry about. Restores 15% of everybody's HP. And if he's in performance mode, it'll increase everybody's turn value by 30%. So that's usually my very first one is I'll go ahead and throw him in that. Alright, over here we have Kathra. I never use her A3, which is going to be a chant spell. It's decent, but I don't use it too much. I do use her shield. Her shield is very nice. As you can see, it shields everybody, and then it's like a barrier for everybody. You know what? We'll talk about creation of heroes later on down the line. What I'm doing right now is I'm just opening everything in a can up, trying to see what we've got going on here. I'm going to go ahead and look, and you can see those 2 spots where I'm able to actually get into the boss itself of this area. Now we're looking at and seeing, hey, look, even though there's this treasure chest above, it's not going to go above that. I am going to go ahead and get the treasure chest for everybody real fast. See if I can just grab this real quick. Right now I've got 2 damage dealers and 3 supports. So that's how I normally rock it. Is I run these same 2 damage dealers throughout most of what I do. And then I usually run 2 to 3 supports, which is quite weird, but it gets it's the best thing, because speed is detrimental. What I'll do here, since this video is getting quite long, I will go ahead and speed these battles up. Or actually, I'll just go do the boss and then I'll cut this video off. In a different sense, I'm just going to pause it at the fights to go ahead and make the video shorter for everybody. And then we'll go ahead and proceed from there. Tamaz is an insane damage dealer. It's absolutely insane. He's arguably one of the best. There's another really, really great one. I'm going to go ahead and pause. When I hit him on that battle, grab our loot. I'm going to go ahead and do the boss battle now, and then I'm going to pause it, and then I'm going to go grab everything else. And then I'm going to show you guys the end rewards. So at the end of every underworld, there is a boss. Alright. It's usually this guy, or there's like 2 or 3 different ones. These guys can be pretty tough at times. Don't worry, if you do die, you do get multiple runs on these guys. I am going to turn auto off because I just don't like auto when I fight these guys, because it can get quite rough. And I just clicked the wrong spell, but hey, that works. As you can see, like, they hit really, really, really hard. But it's not going to matter too much because Tamaz over here is just going to wipe the floor with him. Actually, you know, while we're sitting here, for this guy, Ishgak, unit and strength reduces damage taken for each allied unit on the field, so you want to go ahead and kill the other units off. Survives lethal damage once per battle, fully restoring HP and gaining an equal value shield. Gains 100% effective resistance. So we're going to go ahead and look at his skills now. Stunning Hammer, which he just did, deals 170% attack to an enemy row. And it will stun those individuals. Deals magic damage equal to 140% on hit taunts, so he can taunt. And then, you know, he just has his regular physical damage as well. Here's that provocative stomp, the taunt. And as you can see right now, I'm just speeding. I'm able to speed through him. Whenever you're taunted, that does not mean that you're going to use your A1 skill. You can still use A2 and A3. As you can see, I'm speeding past as fast as I can here, and that should get him. And then once you beat him, you do get the chest here. And I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and finish up my torches, and then I'll be right back. I did want to go over one thing that I do. Whenever you are going through these and you're looking at what you have, what you're going up against, I have a particular order on how I attack. So I always get all the monsters. The monsters are going to give you the best loot. And then I will go ahead and then I will get the gold mines, and then I will get the blue if I have enough torches. So always go for the monsters first, because they're going to give you the most loot in this. And then you go ahead and go for the gold mines because they give you lions, which the lions are the main currency that you're going to want to have. And then you go ahead and go for the blues, because the blues, they give you very little and it's not really worth it. Since I'm going to my last item now, I have 3 torches left, and each one of these picks is a 2, and they usually come with 5, so each one of the veins is going to be 10 torches. As you can see, I've completed all the golds, and I've completed all the monsters. That's why I went for the blue. And we're going to go ahead and go up to the top real fast, since we go ahead and killed everything. And we're going to go ahead and finish this underworld out. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead. Hey, it says you have 1 unused torch, and there's a dredge sling, which is the market. We didn't want anything, and 1 advanced. We just don't have enough torches. So we'll go ahead and close it out. You can see we got the boss, and then you can see how many points we got. I go ahead and just pick the treasure chest. We got some fragment pieces for some yellow equipment, some legendary equipment, and we also got 600 lions. We got some resources, and it's pretty good overall. And then as you can see now, I can't go back into it. That's going to conclude this video. Let me know if you have any questions.